Model Making Guru is sponsored by emodels.co.uk, your one-stop shop for all your model making needs. emodels.co.uk. Make something awesome.
Oh, Jar Jar bleeding Binks, middle-class sci-fi nonsense. Hey everyone, it's Foxx from Model Making Guru here. Hello and welcome to a little impromptu mystery package times. Now I wasn't going to film this, as you can see by the way it's addressed. It's from Paul, my mate Paul at Glued to the Sprue, half of Team Inept. Paul and Chris do Team Inept, you know Team Inept, you know Glued to the Sprue, you know Paul. Anyway, he sent me a little package. I knew it was coming, and I thought it'd just be a couple of little things, so it wasn't going to be something I was going to film. But a note was inside, and I read the note, and I thought, I'm going to film this. So I had actually already started to open the box, but yeah. So let me read the note for you. There's a note here. It says, "Hello, Foxx." Like steam escaping. "We decided that because you couldn't make it to Telford, we would bring the best of Telford to you." It's a box full of really bad chili dogs. Oh, fantastic. "Think yourself lucky that the Busted Boxes guy overcharges massively. From Paul, Dave, Scott, Mike, Chris and Ted." Yes. So seeing as it's from all the gang, because as you know, Dave, Scott, Dad and Chris and Ted went along as well to the Telfords last week, and I couldn't make it, I couldn't go, so because it's from all of them, I thought I'd do a mystery packaging. So let me go and move the camera and we'll see what's inside. Okay, so let's get this puppy open. I've already kind of half opened it when I saw the note, so let's have a look and see. Right, well, I've got this first of all. It's just padding. It is. It's very good padding as well. I like that. We have a very packed box. Let's see what we've got. Okay, we have, first of all, some Team Inept stickers. Lovely. These will be going into the giveaways on Sundays. Added to the sticker pile. Any names on the back? They have. Oh, cheeky little... I just suddenly thought, I wonder if they've written anything on the back. Yeah, Fox can't shoot straight. I can, it's just you can't stop moving your head out of the way. Oh. We have, let's have, oh god, there's all kinds of things in here. Right, well, let me go through these one by one. We've got... Oh, I think these, what are they? Oh, I know what these are. These are an enormous paper bag from Balcony Shirts, Garment Printing and Embroidery, 52 Windsor Street, Uxbridge, UB81AB 01895239111, www.balconyshirts.co.uk. Available on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook and Google+. Nobody cares about Google+, you can take that one off. And it's just lots and lots and lots of... Oh, we've got loads of them. Wow, tons of Model Making Guru stickers. Yes, because I was running low. So these are all for the Sunday's giveaways. Yes, thank you, Christoph. I've got to spend a couple of hours cutting all these apart now. Oh. What else do we have? We have naked pipples. 30362 Academique this is in French. Academique homme et femme. We've got a naked man's and a naked woman's. And I like the fact on the packaging they put a little fig leaf. I suspect there's not a fig leaf. Should we have a look? Got to have a look now, haven't we? But it's got all the butt action. Oh, there's bits. There's Rudie parts. There's actually Rudie parts on these. Oh, the lady's got boobies. She's got sort of boobies. And a bit in the middle. Oh, lady butt. Man butt. Cool. I'm going to guess they're resin. Are they resin? Oh, they're Hysterex. Ah. Of course it is. That's that Hysterex. If I remember rightly, someone correct me, didn't Hysterex fall over and die recently? Haven't they gone south? They've gone into non-existence. Okay, this is weird. You won't see it on camera, but this nudie bloke kind of has a passing... You know what? Let's just get him out. Hang on. Let me see if I can hold him up. Let me get my helmet on so I can see what I'm doing. I'll take a photograph so you can see. But this guy has a bit of a slight passing resemblance to Vladimir Putin, or the President of the United States, as we like to call him. I think, are these plastic or resin? I think they're plastic. I'm not sure now, actually. I think they're plastic. But it's a nudie bloke and a nudie lady. Ooh, thank you very much. I don't know where that came from, but thank you very much. For those that you don't know, Telford's a big model show, and there's often stalls there that have just tons and tons and tons of like old, long out of print kits that they just stack up in massive piles and say, these are all like a couple of quid, have them, there'll be a quid by the end of the day. And they just get tons of stuff like this. Just stuff that, I mean, what model manufacturer would make a naked, or an Adam and Eve, a naked man and naked woman? Of course, the man looks a bit French because he's got the short Napoleonic hair. The woman, I don't know who painted this. I don't know who painted those figures. I'll put a photograph in so you can see, but that's not like any human I've ever seen. I think the sculpting of the figure is actually better than they've painted it out. And please tell me she's wearing high... Is she wearing high heels? Hang on. Where's my visor helmet gone? I don't believe it. The naked lady person is wearing high heels with little gold things on them. That's ridiculous. That is insane. Only the French could make naked human figures and give the woman high heels. I don't know where to go with that. I'm going to put that to one side now. Very strange. Right, what's next? There's tons in here. Ooh, we have Sopwith Camel World War II Fighter Academy Minicraft. Oh, look at the size of that. Oh my. These are going to be more of those little sort of like a couple of quid jobs where they're just old kits. Oh, look at that. That is mint-tacular. Yeah, this is an old kit that's like lost its box. Look at the, I mean, look at the instructions are yellowed. And there's the front of the box. Wow, that is old, that. Contains all of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, about 20 parts. Fantastic. And it's kind of, this must be 1970s or something. It's so old. That is brilliant. That is awesome. I'm going to make that. Bizarrely, the decals totally not yellowed. Kind of interesting. That's totally going to get made. It's 1/72 scale. Cool. Is there a pilot? There's no pilot, dude. Oh, do you know? How can I make it in a flying diorama position when it's got no pilot? Shame. Oh, that's brilliant. That's quite a nice detail on that as well. I'm going to guess it's quite an old kit, so awesome. Yeah, if you wander around some of these stalls at Telford, and if you know, you can take a lot of money and buy a lot of things. Was there a year on this? What does that say? It's Japanese. 1/72. Sopwith Camel. Has it got a date on it? Doesn't have a date on it at all, does it? That's a shame. Oh no, 1986. How old were you in 1986? I was 16, I think. 15, 16. 1986. Wow. That's quite old. 86, 2006, 96, 2006. 30 years old. Wow. That's older than some of the people in the boom hut. So yes, there are lots of little stores that sell all these old vintage kits that you can steal for a couple of quid, and they're like, you know, the box is long gone, so they just stick them in a bag. Brilliant. Absolutely awesome. Fantastic. There's another one. Hang on, we've got another one. Oh, it's another biplane. Somebody's been listening to me saying that I quite like biplanes on the e-model streams, haven't they? I'm sensing this. So a Letov S328. This looks even older. I don't know even who this manufacturer is. Let's have a look. This looks even older. Good God, look at this. It's yellowed. Camouflage is Polish. I won't try and embarrass myself. Kowoźna Wody Prostjejo. Oh, it's that one that we take the mickey out of, the name of the unpronounceable company on e-models. They're obviously not a new company. It's all in Polish. I'm guessing it's Polish. Or similar to Polish. Wow, look at that. It's hand-drawn instructions. Very nice, detailed hand-drawn instructions. I've got to see if I can find a year on this. This is going to be 70s, this. Unfortunately, I can't read Polish. I can see 1972 on the instructions there. Hang on, let me get my visor again so I can see. I've got my seeing visor because it's all tiny text. Something 1972 1968. Další popis fotografia podrobně vykres tomties kasopis číslo 19 ročník 1972. I don't know what any of that means. So it could be a 1972 model. Could be a lot older. It's 1/72 scale. Oh wow, look at that. That shows you how old it, look at, sorry about knocking the camera. Look at the yellowing on those decals. It's insane. That is insane. That's beautifully consistently yellowed. Oh, that is vintage stuff. Is there a year on this? No, no year on that. Oh, that's a shame. I wish there was a year on this. I could see how old it was. This is fantastic. This one's a lot bigger because it's a two-man airplane. It's got lovely detail on it. It's nice solid plastic. For an old kit, don't know what year. The pilots, who don't look particularly, I have to say, they don't actually look in any way, shape or form human. They look, if you've built the AMT Snowspeeder that has the not human pilots in it, we're kind of in that territory. They actually have, they've built the pilot with a six-pack even though he's wearing flight suit and stuff. His face looks like some kind of Nazca carving or Inca carving. If you've read the Tintin book, the one with the Flight 916, whatever it is, the one with the flight and it's got the big stone heads, it kind of looks like that. But they've actually got, believe it or not, 1/72 scale, they've got separate arms. So you've got to give them points for that. You've got to give them points for him having separate arms. That is mint. This is a proper vintage kit. That will have to be made. Even comes with the base, a stand. That will have to be made with much love and care and delicate attention. I don't know what I'm going to do with the decals because they are 100. I'm glad I filmed this now. I don't know what I'll do with the decals because they are kind of 100 years old and yellow. So I might have to find some replacement decals for that, I think. Which is a shame because I'd love to use the original vintage ones, but I think putting them on the model in that state, yeah, it might not be ideal. I don't know what year this was made though. I'll hold this up to the camera. I'll see if I can lock the photo. I'll hold this up and lock it on. Somebody who can read Polish and translate it. Tell me if that tells me the year. Ready? So pause the video now. Okay, right. Tell me what that says. I've got to change my focus again, haven't I? So you can see. A focus tool. You're a focus tool. There we go. That is fantastic. Shut up. That is fantastic. Vintage stuff. Because I did get a while ago, somebody did send me my little Type 16 i16, Type 18 i16 Polycarpov, which is a bit of a vintage kit. But I think this one is a proper vintage kit. This is probably as old as I am. Well, then again, you don't know, because some of these smaller Eastern European manufacturers, they can actually sometimes. I'm going to stop knocking the camera. I do apologise. Some of these small Eastern manufacturers, even when they make kits now, they kind of look 30 years old anyway, some of them, the artwork and stuff. So that is fantastic. Thank you so much for that, guys. Just make sure it's sealed up, nothing falls out. That is mint, that. It's about time I had something I can use my easy line on. We have a couple of heads. There was a chap selling resin sort of offcasts and miscasts and things. Bits that have gone a bit wrong, so they're just there for the painting. And we have, let's put the camera in a better place, shall we? Right, let me put that there so you can see. I'm going to get something really big now. I'll have to do the focus again. We have a chap with a jolly moustache, I say. Oh yes. And a chap here with a jolly, I thought it was Egyptian at first, but it's not. It's going to be some sort of typical soldiery type. He reminds me of someone, but I can't think who that reminds me of. I'm guessing you have a separate peak for his hat. He's like a fusilier or something, or a rifleman, a musketeer, musket man. I don't know which particular army. I can't see the detail enough. But I'm guessing these are sort of miscasts or offcuts that they were just selling. But these are great because these would be nice little practice heads. I know Chris and Paul got themselves a load of them just to play with and practice with. So that'd be fantastic, because I'm rubbish at painting face. I need a lot of practice. But the sculpted on these is fantastic. You see all the wrinkle lines in that guy's head. They are beautifully sculpted. He reminds me of someone. It's a mixture of... He's a mixture of Patrick Stewart and Bob Peck, I think. And now I've just got Bob Peck in my head saying, "She's my wife, now she's dead," or "Clever girl." I don't know why. I just remember a line from like The Heart of Darkness from 1986. But yeah, a mixture of Bob Peck and Patrick Stewart. That's great. I love that. That's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful resin sculpts. I can't remember who they're by now. There's one guy they buy all their resin stuff from. Paul gets all his historical figures on there from this guy. So awesome! I'll have some fun painting those. They're good little practice things. What have we got now? Unknown. Okay, I don't know why. I don't know why, but they've sent me a massive bag of tracks, possibly for a tiger tank. I've not got any tank builds in the works, so I don't know what. Okay, thank you, I guess. If nothing else, I can use them for greebles. God, can you imagine using them for on a build and then realising you're like one short because it's a mystery meat bag of tracks. Unknown track lengths, possibly a tiger. Might not be. There might not be enough, there might be. If nothing else, they'll come in handy for greebles. Now, what have we got here? We have... The heck is this? We have... I'm going to have to pull out again, aren't I? Eject, eject, pull up, pull up. Let's zoom lock on this for you so you can see. This is my focus device. I can lock on. Urusei Yatsura High School Lumchan. Okay. Okay. It's anime. Bandai sci-fi fantasy model. It's a Bandai. It's interesting. It's kind of... I like this. Of course, it comes with a heart-shaped base, of course. How bizarre. How utterly bizarre. I'll just open the bag. I may as well, mightn't I? It's got like 6 parts. Oh wow, this might be quite an old kit because it comes with a tiny, tiny tube of, I assume, glue. Like the size of a rice. So, some eyes. You've got some anime eyes. 2 sets. We've got more lady butt. I like the fact she comes with a big long skirt, but they mould her with underwear. Just because, of course they do, because Japan. So she's got some like slinky underwear on. That's awesome. And there's some kind of floating baby head, which is kind of disturbing. I'm guessing it's like she's like a demon. It's like a little vampire type cherub thing. I have no way to pass this at all. Is there a date on this? It looks quite an old kit actually. Again, it looks like an older one. There's obviously a stall selling weird stuff. I noticed that Paul did. I think Paul or Chris saw a stall that was selling. Oh, here's the thing on the back. It's the destructions, quickly drawn destructions. And a rather cheesy looking guy there who's building it, and he's like looking at the naked legs and the naked lady butt and stuff. The Japanese approach to women is very strange. So it's basically a little demon lady and a floating cherub thing, maybe? Computer number. Oh wow, what year is this? Bandai plastic model care, made in Japan. High School Lumchan, number 4. It says something on this little shiny label. Let me see what this says. This thing here says Shogakukan Production 10. Shogakukan Production 10. There's no year on this. That's a shame. I think it's vintage. It might not be. It's got staples in the... It must be vintage. It's got actual staples in the box. Actual slightly rusty staples. I'm guessing there's a stall there that had all kinds of weird stuff, and it's 1 to 12th scale. Cool! Because you want the scale to be right when you're making these realistic... I have no words on there. I can't pass this one at all. I can't even begin to comprehend this one. That's fantastic. Thank you very much. I'm going to put these 2 heads in here, because I'll lose them otherwise. That's just crazy. I'm going to put this little tube of... I love the fact they give you a little tiny tube of glue, which is probably rock hard by now. Stickers for the eyes. There's not even a date on that. So this is obviously something that I have no clue about. It's got the goodies font on it. I mean, what more do you need? It's got the goodies font. Apologies if I'm doing stuff off camera, by the way. I'm suddenly realised I've got no idea where the camera is. So that goes that way. Strange packaging. This is obviously a model that was never intended for Western release. I don't know what to do with that. Now this, what's next? Now I've seen something next. What's this? FA78-1 Gundam full... I'm off camera. Gundam full armour type. Now this is something I recognise. This is a Bandai. This is an old kit. 1/144 scale. Good. It's pre-high grade, pre-any grade. It's going to have a year on it somewhere. It's going to be 80s, I think. Can't read any of that. This is definitely before they started doing them outside Japan. Illustration by Kenichi Ishibashi. Wow, they even credit the artist. Yeah, this is very, very early. This is vintage stuff, this. What have we got? Oh, yeah. Here we go. Don't know what any of that says. Anybody who can read Japanese, translate that for me. We have some stickies. Wait, are they water slides? Holy, are they actually? They're actually water slides, I think. Wow. Is this a glue? Is this the pre-snap fit when it was actually glue kits? Oh wow, it's just not outside Japan friendly at all. Let's have a look. Anything that gives me the age on this? I don't even know if this is push fit or glue together, to be honest. That is kick-ass though. That is awesome, because that's a proper old vintage kit. I think they list them now as like first grade. These older kits are now first grade or something, but this looks a bit more detailed than the first grade. Has it got a year on the sprue? Let's have a look. Have a look at the sprue and see. Has it got a year on there? Bandai often put a year on the sprue, so let's get this open and find out. I'm glad I filmed this now. The smell of the 1980s. Let's have a look. Something in the bag? Nope. What do we have? Oh, actually, it's quite big for a 1/144. Now, looking at that, you can see it's... even if there was nothing else to tell you this was an early Bandai, you can tell it's an early Bandai because it's got flash all over the damn place, and the moulding quality is not as good as normal Bandai. You can see on the inside that the texture of the plastic's like where it's not ever going to be seen is really rough. So you can tell it's an old Bandai kit. I can't figure out if it's push fit or not. It might not be. It might be a glue jobby. Anybody out there that knows has built this, tell me if it's a glue jobby. They are actual water slides. Incredible. That's insane. Anything on here? No, no year. Anything on here? Oh, that's my... I'm forgot to turn that off. Shut up. Bloody iPad. Nope, nothing on there to tell me what year. But yes, that's insane. That is incredible. I can't tell if it's snap fit or... I think it might be a gluey job. We shall find out. It's all moulded in one colour, so I'm going to suspect it's a mid to late 80s, I'm going to guess. Maybe early 90s. Glue together. Gundam kit or Gumpler kit. Now, whether this is an original from the 80s or 90s, or whether it is just a because Bandai, what they do is Bandai never really stopped producing many. There's only a few handful of Gunpla kits that have ever gone out of print. Most of them just remain in print, and they're still in print today. And you'll get these like old vintage kits from like 1983 that they still print and produce. I think this is, judging by the smell, I know it sounds weird to say that, but I think judging by the smell, this might not be a modern issue. It might be just an original from a long time ago. A long time ago in a land far... No, I'm not singing that. I don't want to do copyright, thank you. Well, there's no year on that, so I'm going to guess late 80s, early 90s. I can't remember when the first graded kits came in, the first push fits. That was the early 90s, I think. So that is a vintage kit. So that is something to be treasured, because that is a vintage kit. So guys, I can't thank you enough on that. That's insane. I think that's everything. That is everything. So dudes, I have no idea. Thank you so much, guys. That's just bizarre. That's the strangest thing I'll have ever made. That's just typical Paul and Chris. That is actually something to treasure, and I don't even know if I'll make it, because I might just... It's fighting the what do you call it? Perfect Xeon, big massive thing. Shut up. I don't know. Yes. So I'll treasure that. I'm even tempted not to build it, just to keep it in the box, because it's classic. But I've opened the bag now, so I'm going to have to build it. So there you go. I've made the decision for myself. And these are beautiful. These are fantastic. I've not made a biplane since I was a kid, so I will actually get these done. And I've still got somewhere a little 1/144 scale tank from Chris that I never got around to making. I'll take that as well. And some random tracks. I don't get that. Were these meant for me, or were these for you, Scott? And you actually put them in and somebody's put them in my box by mistake. Guys, thank you so much. It's a shame I couldn't get to Telford, but you brought the best of Telford to me, so thank you very much. That is the joy of Telford, not buying the nice big expensive kits. You don't really go to Telford to buy expensive kits, because that's what you go to your local model shop, or to eModels, or to Amazon, or wherever you get your stuff from. That's where you get that stuff. You go to Telford to get... Shut up! Honestly. You go to Telford... I can't get to it to turn off, because I've got stuff on top of it drying. So I can't, my gloss varnish things, I can't get to it to turn it off. It's people doing messages on Facebook, and I should have turned it off. Anyway, yeah, you don't go to Telford to buy the nice expensive kits, because you get them anyway. You go to look at what the small stores with the ancient stuff are just stacking up, the randoms, yeah, it's great. They just have boxes and boxes of stuff you've never even heard of, from places you didn't even know existed, and from companies you've never heard of. So yeah, go to model shows, you find some bizarre and amazing things. So guys, thank you so much. I really love those. I'm really glad I filmed this now. Very long unboxing, but there you go. Thank you so much for these. I shall do my best with those. I shall have some fun with the easy line on these guys. But that's going to do it. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this little unboxing. I shall be around tomorrow on Sunday for Warhammer Sunday, so don't panic. That's going ahead as normal. And if I don't see you then, I'll see you on Monday for eModel show anyway. Oh, don't forget, of course, we have now announced who the 2 new builders for eModels are, so do pop along to the eModels Facebook page. eModels are my channel sponsors. You can't really see it, but they're my channel sponsors. So yes, do pop along to their Facebook page. We've announced our 2 new eModels video builders. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. Take care of yourselves. Go enjoy the rest of your weekend. Until next time, go do something awesome. Go be awesome. You, go be awesome. And I'll say, adios amoebas.